What's up everybody, Danny's here, and in this video, I'd like to talk about The Legend of Zelda because today is the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. So anyways, let's talk about it. So anyways, today is the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, which means The Legend of Zelda was first released way back on February 21st, 1986 for the NES, today in gaming history. So anyways, I was thinking, hey, why not talk about what's the best Zelda game to play? So I know it would be Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild, and a lot of people are debating what is the best Zelda game. Well, I'll tell you what, Ocarina of Time was the best Zelda game you should definitely play. So, one of my favorite games I like to play, one of my favorite Zelda games, would be Breath of the Wild. And to be honest with you guys, it's the best Zelda game. And plus, this game was also released on the Wii U, the Nintendo Switch, and also the Nintendo Switch 2. So anyways, this game is amazing. I'm going to tell you. It's an open world Zelda game. I hope Nintendo releases a new mainline Zelda game for Zelda's 40th anniversary. Maybe they'll do Zelda's 40th anniversary direct. We'll have to wait and see though, definitely. And I'm going to tell you, I highly recommend playing this game if you haven't yet though. Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's on the Wii U, the Nintendo Switch, and on the Nintendo Switch 2. So anyways though, speaking of Breath of the Wild, Nintendo also announced a sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is Breath of the Wild 2, but it's Tears of the Kingdom, aka Breath of the Wild 2. Whatever. But I'm going to tell you what, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is also the best Zelda game as well, though, definitely. Because Tears of the Kingdom is also an open world Zelda game, kind of like with Breath of the Wild. And there's also a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I highly recommend playing this game though. Tears of the Kingdom, it's literally the best Zelda game you should definitely play on the Nintendo Switch. And now, we're getting to the point of a new mainline Zelda game for Zelda's 40th anniversary. And I'm going to tell you what, actually. I'm hoping we'll get a Zelda's 40th anniversary direct. I know we've got the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, but I don't think there's going to be a regular Nintendo Direct coming up. Hopefully in June we'll have one, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see though, definitely. Now, if you're thinking about like a Zelda remake, I'm hoping that Nintendo will actually announce Zelda's 3D collection for the Nintendo GameCube. They should definitely put that game on the Nintendo Switch too. Because Zelda's 3D collection would be a perfect fit for the Nintendo GameCube on the Nintendo Switch too. Because definitely though, you can definitely play the Zelda remakes, or you can play those Zelda games like either on the Nintendo 64 or on the Nintendo GameCube. Now, first of all, we're seeing that there may be either Zelda Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. We need to see those two games on the Nintendo Switch, or maybe on the Nintendo Switch 2. Maybe on the Nintendo Switch 2, because Zelda Wind Waker and Zelda Twilight Princess HD would have better graphics and better gameplay on the Switch 2. But what I've noticed right now, one of my favorite Zelda remakes I like to play, definitely, would be Zelda Links Awakening. And why, though, is the question. Well, here's the thing. I think Zelda Link's Awakening reminds me of the original Game Boy version, however. I mean, I still like the Game Boy version because it's more retro like the Nintendo Switch. I mean, the Nintendo Switch version, however, this looks like figures. They look like minifigures, like the Lego minifigs you see. So, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is the best Zelda remake I highly recommend playing for the Nintendo Switch. It's kind of like a different Zelda game, but more of that, though. It means like you're not in Hyrule. It means like you're in a different island. Zelda Link's Awakening. And I love this game, to be honest, definitely. So I highly recommend playing this game, though, Link's Awakening. I love the Switch remake. But I also like the Game Boy version, however, definitely. There's also a Game Boy version, but there's also a DX version, which is the Game Boy Color version. So anyways, this video is going to wrap it up here for today's video. Happy 40th anniversary to The Legend of Zelda. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What is your favorite Zelda game you guys like to play? Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you guys are new to this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!